Welcome back to the show, Stefan Kapicic. I got the name right.
Yes, you did.
When we talked to you in New York, I was like, "Look, man, I'm going to tell you straight off the bat here. This is a difficult last name to pronounce." But then once you told it to me, I've never forgotten it.
Yeah, you're perfect.
So we got to talk to you in New York right before Deadpool started, and it was nothing like the anticipation for Batman vs Superman or people with the Ghostbusters, with the negative press. There was not one person that wasn't ready for Deadpool. There was not one negative comment, and the movie hadn't even come out yet. And as we were talking, I was saying, this is going to be huge, and everybody's going to know who you are. And as humble as you are, you said, well, I'm just the voice. They're not going to know the face. But it doesn't matter, because with you here at these cons, and since the movie came out, everybody knows who you are. This was such a big deal for you.
Well, I'm having a blast, definitely. We didn't expect this is going to be this huge. We thought it's going to be like a really cool movie, but to become the highest grossing R-rated movie of all time.
Right, and
it's something we didn't dream of, especially when you say that, like, having a chance to become a Colossus, and I told you I'm a huge X-Men fan, so this is, as I like to say, this is something which is, for my inner child, it's equivalent of getting an Academy Award. I'm so proud of that. Yeah, absolutely.
That award is 8 feet tall. And with your Colossus, I think we also discussed, too, that the way everything was done with Deadpool and breaking the fourth wall, it can repair a lot of the stuff in the X-Men universe, because all it takes is him to freeze the movie, turn and talk to you, explain something, and then go back to the movie, and whatever change they made is now perfectly acceptable. So bringing you in as the right Colossus as compared to the Colossus that they had in the X-Men movies.
Silver Surfer.
Right.
P-1000 Colossus version.
Right. Yeah. All they have to do is bring you in somewhere down the line if they do the X-Force or something like that, where he just makes a comment and then everything's okay. And it's like everyone forgets about the other Colossus.
Well, the good thing is that the X-Men timeline and Deadpool's timeline are getting closer.
Yeah.
So with the success we did with Deadpool, definitely Fox is going to need Deadpool version of Colossus, and all the things from Deadpool coming to X-Men franchise.
And I think
work really good.
I think Apocalypse helped. I know that kind of got panned a bit, but they're showing that everything's being reset again. So bringing it into the fold with Deadpool and the characters that are in that little micro universe into the X-Men universe, which he's a part of at some point in the comic books, I think is really going to help strengthen what Fox is doing with the Marvel properties. And it opened a door to the R-rated superhero movies, which when they've tried those in the 90s, they weren't well promoted. People weren't really into comic book movies like Punisher and Spawn and things like that. And they did okay. They have their audience, but as far as the entertainment industry goes, not successes by any means. But having Deadpool open the door for R-rated comedies, once you guys were number one for I think like a month.
Yes.
Then all of a sudden, Warner Brothers is retooling Batman vs Superman. Now there's going to be an R-rated version, and you're like, oh.
That was, as what Colossus say, quite unfortunate.
But so you get this project, and for those who don't know, and I think we discussed last time that you worked mostly in Europe with your acting career. What has this opened up for you now here in the United States with the success of Deadpool? What are you doing in the future now?
Well, thank God for that, and thank Tim Miller and Ryan Reynolds for giving me this chance. Because right now, so many doors are opening. I didn't expect, as you said, that this is going to be this kind of huge success. So with Deadpool franchise going on, and fans love the way we did Colossus, I'm hoping you're going to see me in a human form Colossus, which we'll see if it's in the script for Deadpool 2. And I'm waiting for X-Force movie, because as we know, Colossus was X-Force, and if that's going to be R-rated, and it's going to be R-rated, that's going to be an awesome new franchise. For me, maybe even better than X-Men. The thing is, I did lots of voice, over in Europe. But the thing is, for this role, I didn't do only a voice. I had to act, and I had to do it totally as if I was in my human form. Yeah, but the thing is, it was really hard because we had to create the character, and Colossus was kind of unknown because nobody liked the one that we have in the X-Men franchise. So Tim Miller, as a huge comic book fan, he had his vision. So he wanted like Colossus to look like the one in the comic book, and he loved my voice, which he thought was perfect for the Colossus. And then we had like to do lots of those facial expressions and acting and everything. And I have really huge help from Ryan Reynolds, who's there, all the time with me, giving me some new because that guy is so funny. I mean, he's a great improvisator. So he was like helping me and giving me let's do
Notes.
this, let's do that. Steve Miller didn't agree in the end for lots of things he didn't want Colossus to say, but I think we have it perfect.
I'm sure there was plenty of things that Ryan Reynolds wrote that it didn't even wind up in the deleted scenes gag reel. It's like Colossus can't say that. That's wildly inappropriate.
Yes, yeah. We tried to make Colossus like a perfect, you know, a perfect opposition to Ryan Reynolds, so that his character can be Deadpool. Because if Colossus was trying to get to be funny or something, yeah, we can. Yeah,
That's Ryan Reynolds calling. It's
that's
okay.
Ryan Reynolds. Yeah.
He said, "No human form. They can't have two good-looking guys on camera in the movie."
Thank you for that.
So, all right. So, do you think in Deadpool 2, there's a scene in the original Deadpool where he's in his apartment and he's playing with the action figure of the Deadpool he played before that nobody liked? Do you think they'll do that again in the second one if they go to you as a human? That you'll have the Colossus figure from
The
the
little
other
Silver Surfer
sit
would be
there, like,
funny.
yeah.
Just like not to have
or you're
like,
just
little
throwing
Colossus.
stuff into a
Yeah.
fireplace to keep warm,
Watching Terminator 2 and like remember, Terminator 3. No, which one was like the T-1000?
That was two.
Two, yeah.
The good one.
That would be funny,
Yeah.
Watching like, is that Colossus? Said by Colossus? Is that me?
So, outside of the Marvel Fox world, there, what else are you looking to do as far as acting wise?
Well, in Marvel Universe?
No, outside of that.
Outside of that.
You want to do
because here
stuff outside?
I'm like locked as Colossus, so whoever needs Colossus, they should like call me, But yeah, you need to call just call Colossus. The thing is, I'm supposed to start filming the movie. We're still waiting for a lead actor, and we're like supposed to be shooting in Boston, but I still cannot like confirm it. But I'm like in talks about that. And after that, I'm waiting. Well, there's like NBA thing, unfortunately, that I cannot like say anything about it. But mainly, it's gonna be around the Marvel Universe in the future.
Okay.
So there are like some really, really cool things coming my way, and you're gonna see me a lot in the future. I hope so.
Now, when the movie blew up, and each week we knew it would be number one the first week, right? Came out, and it was funny because the campaign switched the last 2 weeks before it came out because it then became rom-com. The print ads, the trailer ads, we were all making it a rom-com.
Marketing was awesome.
Leading into Valentine's Day weekend, which was brilliant because it was a comic book movie over the top of everything, and then the last 2 weeks, hey women, you're gonna love this super sexy love story between a guy who lost his relationship and then had a disfigurement and all this stuff.
And it is like that is a love story,
right? But they never promote that. There's always a love story in every movie, and they said, you know what? Let's just get rid of the comic book stuff and make it a love story leading into that. First week comes around, it's number one, and then let's see if it holds up for week two, and it did. And then all of a sudden, week three came around, and wait, it's still number one, and that's really difficult for a movie to get number one for the first weekend. It's hard.
It's an R-rated movie,
right? And
like
so you're going 3 weeks now, and you're still number one, and internationally number one, which is unheard of, especially for a movie. Again, comic book movie, which a lot of critics aren't too big on. An R-rated comedy, which a lot of people aren't too big on. It defied every rule that Hollywood had in place to make a successful movie. It just broke down the wall and said, fuck you guys, we know what we're doing, and here it goes. Now there's this whole world open for you.
Of course, on the other side, the interesting thing in that Deadpool was the most successful foreign movie in Russia. Like, even beat Star Wars. That was kind of, the information like around the world, how people received it are unbelievable.
Right.
So Deadpool became, I don't know, some sort of an icon right now because even here, like in Miami, everybody has like something Deadpool, like Deadpool t-shirt, Deadpool costume.
You would think we could have world peace if everyone can agree on Deadpool.
Well, yeah, definitely. Yeah, Deadpool for president.
You have a tight schedule. We only have a minute left here with you.
Yeah.
With the success of the movie, so much other stuff came out of it as far as like internet memes and merchandising blew up. You can see like there's at least 40 people dressed as a dance squad as Deadpool walking around this place here. I mean, it's just ridiculous stuff. But another thing that came the second the movie was out was, will there be a sequel and who's playing Cable? And then this weird campaign from actors,
Yeah.
they were putting it out. It wasn't like the studio's looking for Cable or who does the fans think Cable. Legitimate actors were taking photos, graying their beards and putting their muscle photos up and saying, hey, do this hashtag or right there, I'd like to be Cable. And the list, at one point, I think there was 12 actors trying just to position for a role that didn't exist yet.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, even Stephen Lang.
Yeah, I think he was the first.
Yeah, he added me on Twitter, and I was like, oh my god, why is that? Like, and then I saw, like, yeah, I want to be a Cable. Yeah, I want to. So it was kind of interesting. Yeah, we have Ron Perlman.
Right.
I'm a big fan of Ron Perlman, so yeah.
He's not going to make another Hellboy, so he might as well be
I'm
Cable.
just like, I don't know about like age. Should like Cable be 40-something, 50 tops? That's the only thing.
Well, look what they did to Tony Stark in Civil War. They can just do that magic and
Oh
make him
yeah,
young.
but I don't like that.
Who would you like to see as Cable if you had the choice?
Oh wow. Well, I saw some pictures of John Hamm with the Cable
bring him
makeup,
out, yeah.
and I know there are like some negotiations maybe about it. I'm not sure, but I know I saw it like on the internet, and I think that John Hamm would be like perfect Cable. Yeah.
William Shatner's here. You could probably talk to him.
That would be an interesting Cable.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Stephen Kapicic, thank you so much, man. I know you got to run and your schedule's so super tight. If you're back in New York City again, doesn't matter what it was. Even if you're just hanging out, come sit in on the show again, and we're so glad to have you back on.
course.
And all the success in the world is yours, man.
Thank you so much, man.
We appreciate it. Take care.
Thank you.